Hi, beautiful soul. If this message found you today, it's not by accident. Spirit placed this moment in your path because there's something important that they want you to feel, to hear, and to carry with you. This isn't just about the cards, it's about the truth your heart has been quietly waiting for. So take a deep breath, open your spirit, and allow these words to meet you exactly where you are. The first card we received is the Nine of Wands reversed. This is the card of letting go of hypervigilance, releasing constant defense, and learning to trust again. Spirit begins by pointing to the parts of us that have grown tired from standing guard too long. The reverse Nine of Wands is the moment that the armor feels heavier than the battle itself. You've survived so much that your soul has learned to prepare for the next hit before the last wound even got to heal. And Spirit is saying that it's time to put the shield down, not because you're weak, but because you're safe enough now to let some light touch you. This is the invitation to stop living in constant readiness for pain and start living in readiness for joy. The next card we received was the Four of Cups upright, and this is the card for disconnection, contemplation, and not seeing what's being offered. Here, Spirit shows us the quiet ways we turn away from blessings without meaning to. The Four of Cups reminds us that when we're deep in reflection or holding on to past disappointments, we can miss the small golden offerings that Spirit keeps placing in front of us. The call isn't to stop feeling or to rush into false positivity. It's to gently lift your gaze. There is something right here, right now, waiting to be noticed. And it may not look like what you asked for, but it might be exactly what you need. The next card we were given was the Fool upright, and this is the card for new beginnings, trust, innocence, and stepping into the unknown. Spirit is handing you a reset button, but you have to be willing to press it. The Fool says there's a chapter waiting to begin that requires you to carry less baggage than you think. It's about embracing a new beginning and giving yourself permission not to have it all figured out. You don't have to know exactly where the path leads. You just have to trust the steps in front of you. This is not recklessness. This is sacred surrender. The next card we received was the Page of Cups upright, and this is a card for emotional openness, a creative or loving message, and the stirring of the heart. The Page of Cups asks you to let tenderness back in, to be curious about connection, to listen for the whispers of creativity and love that want to bloom. This is the part of you that believes in romance, in magic, in friendship, and in the beauty of small gestures. Spirit says, don't lock that part of yourself away just because the world sometimes feels harsh. Your softness is not a liability, it's your superpower. The next card we were given was the Ace of Cups upright, and this is the card for overflowing emotion, a new emotional chapter, and spiritual love. The Ace of Cups overflows into this reading like a divine gift. Spirit is saying there is love available to you right now, whether through a relationship, your connection to Spirit, or the way that you care for yourself. This is a reminder that the cup is always being refilled. You are not meant to live dehydrated in your heart. Let the people who love you love you. Let Spirit pour into you, and let yourself be nourished again. We were then given the Hermit upright, and this is the card for reflection, of inner wisdom, and solitude as a teacher. The Hermit closes this first message with a sacred truth. Sometimes the only way to know what to release or embrace is to step back and listen to your own voice. Spirit is inviting you into intentional solitude, not isolation, but conscious space where you can see what's truly yours and what was borrowed from fear, family, or expectations. You already have the lantern, and you already know the path. You just need to walk it without the noise of the crowd. Spirit wanted to offer advice to the collective today. They gave us 3 cards. The first card we received is Death, and this is the card for transformation, endings that lead to beginnings and renewal. Spirit's advice begins with courage. Death is not a loss. It's a sacred clearing that makes way for what's next. Something in your life has completed its purpose, and holding on to it will only delay the arrival of what's meant for you. This is the deep exhale after seasons of holding on. Trust that letting go is not the end. It's the very thing that will open your next doorway. Spirit then gave us the Chariot upright, and this is the card of willpower, a forward movement, and determined focus. The Chariot rides in to remind you that transformation is not passive. You are an active participant in your own becoming. Spirit says, take the reins, align your focus, and move forward with both discipline and faith. You can honor the emotions of the past while still choosing the momentum of the future. And the last card Spirit gave us is the Lover's upright. And this is the card of harmony, alignment, and choosing things with the heart. Spirit ends with the call to conscious choice. The lovers here are not just about romance, they're about integrity, alignment, and choosing what feels whole to your soul. Every yes and every no is shaping the landscape of your life. Spirit says, choose what brings you into harmony with yourself, and choose what feels like love, even when it's hard. This reading was about release, renewal, and the courage to live with an open heart. Spirit is guiding us to drop constant defenses, to notice the blessings that are already here, and to embrace the unknown, welcome tenderness, and nourish ourselves with love. And then to be brave enough to release what's over, take the reins of our own story, and choose with integrity. Spirit's final whisper is this: you are not who you were when you began this journey, and that's the point, love. So trust the endings, trust the new beginnings, and trust that your heart knows the way. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. If something in this reading spoke to you, I would love to hear about it. Your comments mean so much. And if you've been feeling called to go deeper, I now offer personal spirit-led readings through my Etsy shop. They're tailored to your energy, infused with love, and meant to bring clarity to whatever's been on your heart. The link will be located in the pinned comment and in the description of this video. Until next time, my love, remember, Spirit always walks with you.